quickly and easily to be able to deal with you and maybe catch you out. So what we started adopting was drafting these heroes that were able to give us really fast wave clear that didn't actually have to commit at all. So a little bit of illusions with Naga Siren and stuff, but you saw a lot of supports actually being picked up like Coddle and Dazzle, who are able to clear through a wave very quickly and have that brief presence in lane and then immediately start rotating back to join the rest of the team. So I do like that quite a bit. It helps adjust some of the split pushing problems that they were going to have to deal with against the Terrorblade naturally, and also just as a 5-man group, I think you always need a support that does something like that for you. But it's the Silencer that is going to be probably the big question mark here. How he fares in his matchup against the Storm Spirit, which should be quite in his favor, and how much he can keep that Storm Spirit down is really going to determine whether or not at 15 minutes they can take that first couple of Tier 1 towers.
All right, we'll have to watch and see those early pushes, what the reactions are going to be. It does look like there was some early movement out. Why in the area? I'm not sure if they're expecting that he placed a ward or something over here, but he did actually not get any down, it looks like. So there's one ward that's placed over in the mid lane, as well as one down here by the bottom side. I'm really excited for this match, and I think, you know, you talked about that lack, again, of a very strong initiator. It's feeling to me also like the Shadow Shaman's ability to get farm in this is going to be so important. You can see right here as well, they get 2 D wards with this 1 sentry ward. Another one's going to be placed down. So unfortunately, still no ability to get any full camps off. Nice play there by that Spirit.
That was kind of cool. The fact that he just like so brazenly just kind of walked up and swapped out those wards and was able to keep that easy camp locked in. And it goes into exactly what you were saying, right? Is that we need the Shadow Shaman to be able to get some farm early. He needs to be able to make use of these pulls. And you could see how much both sides are putting the pressure on being able to open up that camp or close it in the case of OG. The Ice is now bringing another sentry to him. So he's going to open up that camp, hopefully before the 30-second mark. He'll probably have to blow through an early tango, which kind of sucks, but he opens that up, allows him to be able to find a way to be able to pull against this dual lane of Earth Spirit and Centaur, because you don't really want to dual lane with a Centaur too much. He really likes the solo experience that's gifted to him.
Yeah, well, and you can see already, like, maybe they're going to start and go in for a little bit more aggression here. Shadow already in some trouble. Luna, she's going to end up going down. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Rolling Boiler is going to be off cooldown again in 2 seconds. But, you know, the lack of regen, boots first on Ice, they might be able to punish this a little bit. Wings are going to have to come up with an answer, as they're already dropped very low here. There's a Shrine available for offlane as well.
Shadow did not respect, spacing-wise, this duel. He got way too close to S4. And S4 very brazenly just kind of charged the Luna. It is going to be one of the downsides of picking a Luna is that low range in lane does offer a lot of opportunities for heroes like Centaur to abuse you. Most offlaners are going to be low-range heroes.
Well, I mean, and talk about low range, we've mentioned Ice's ability to zone out here. 68 damage and then going all the way up an extra 14 on top of that when he's got the Lunar Blessing. This guy got pretty buff during that last patch, and we'll see if he's going to be able to keep the pressure on, trying to harass these guys. Look how much damage he does to that Centaur.
Yeah, Centaur's not used to being chunked down by a Shadow Shaman.
He's a 4-man shield and it did that much.
Yeah.
Absurd. And well, maybe it's in trouble now, turning for the shackles. Maybe wants to fight this. S4 in some trouble, but can they bring him down in time? They are going to be able to get first blood onto Ice. Shadow picking up the return kill, but quick play there. S4 getting at least something.
Yeah, very clearly worth it for OG. Being able to get that coveted first blood gold is huge, and it'll help them. Unfortunately, I would say actually OG.
Oh, down here bottom. Good combo breaker coming in from Jarex. They're going to try and hook stomp, see if they can bring down this Ice Shadow Shaman. They are going to be able to, and well, Jarex trying to juke away. Is he going to be able to make it out, though? They do have the Lucent Beam, and they find the kill. So they get something at least again. It is a little bit of a trade-off here. 2-2 still. And I'm looking like it. I feel like if you're getting away with this with trade-off kills, it's still okay for S4, right?
Yeah. I think that's still fine. S4 is going to be able to pick up his Tranquil Boots pretty soon. He can start making use of the jungle, and I think that is really where Centaur's farm starts beating up his first Tranquil Boots or a Smoke Ink like that. So that was a classic Wings maneuver there, coupled with the very intelligent they just know that the laning matchup, all Storm Spirits abandon lane by level 5, right? Yeah. They always go jungle, try and get their level 6 there because it's too dangerous. So Wings, they had that on point.
Oh man, and Global comes out. Grave just a bit too late. I think if Y ends up revealing himself right there, he probably dies as well.
Yeah, it's probably for the best that he didn't get the Shell Grave off. He's probably like, oh man, I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. So, well, they are still scouting this all out, and it looks like some TP rotations are going to start to show up. Shadow Shaman is down here as well. They're in the area, Patreon on top of Jarek. He's going to be able to roll away, but now they've got Shackles on the Terrorblade. Trying to bring him down. They don't have a ton of damage here, though, and well, it's just the Stampede away. There's no way to do it. They are going to be able to hold on to their tower, but no kills on the return.
I like that play. Wings. Your off-lane tower, we kind of made a short mention of this. You're going to see the safe lane tower and the mid tower objective win before the rotations actually come in. But Wings were well prepared. They knew, hey, a Terrorblade lane is going to push in pretty naturally, real quickly. They had the TP rotation to support them to shut that down.
All right, well, here comes the counterplay now. They're on to Ice and trying to bring him down, immediately breaking the Shackles. Ice is going to fall, and Shadow pops the Eclipse, trying to turn and take this one, but they're all dropping so low. The Grave comes out as well. This is going to end up being a dead Luna here, most likely not going to get quite a return kill. Oh, he's so low, 5 HP, but they can't bring down Fly. Oh man, that really hurts.
That was so smart by S4. I love that play. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knows Eclipse is going to be coming, so he tries to position himself where he can just fog the Luna, and he puts himself.
Level 6 just revealed as well for the Shadow Shaman with those wards dropped down. Now OG reaction. They're going to go for a different tower instead. This is a really smart move. I like this.
Yeah, they got to just force Wings to move around and not let them set the pace of this game, but oh, Wings almost get caught there. Ice barely lives through that one.
Oh, they're going to be able to take it. That was a kill onto the Terrorblade. They are not going to quite end up losing. Shadow Shaman here is the Magnetize wasn't enough to find a kill, and now with no Terrorblade and also no Magnetize, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on to this tower. It looks like they're going to end up losing the tier 1 now here in the mid lane as well.
And is just not capable of fighting right now. He's trying to build up the Bloodstone, but he's a level 12 Storm Spirit. He can't really fight. The Centaur doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet. So close to it, so they just have to give up this mid-tier 1 tower. It's unfortunate, but you did know it was going to go down probably by 15 minutes. They'll be able to take this bottom lane objective. You could see Wings go and really wants this one, and they had the Blink Dagger too.
They're already on top of him. They're going to be able to get long-range Shackles coming in. S4 trying to break it, but Ana ends up falling. And they do take down the Shadow Shaman, but it is a heavy price indeed as the Storm Spirit died for that one. And oh, it feels bad.
Oh yeah, I mean, we just talk about how Wings read a trap set by OG, but this time around, OG, it was Ana who didn't read the trap that was set up by Wings. They were just baiting out. Not afford to give up both early. So Wings want to be able to establish this quick push, pop out with a smoke, drop the wards, force OG to scramble and TP in and not really be set up. And all of a sudden, your tier 2 tower may actually die in this push.
Oh my god, they're pressuring so heavily. And you see that they're up here on the high ground. Ana trying to take down the tier 3, but they have to kind of respond to this at a certain point. The wards are still there. They're not going to be in a position to threaten the barracks, thankfully, but maybe it's enough to stampede forward. Jarek's trying to find and kill off the Luna, even stealing the bounty rune away from Shadow. How petty, but this is going to end up working. Force staff forward, trying to bring them low. They are going to get the Grave off. The Shackles now to turn. They were managing to get the Eclipse off as well, and Fly is almost going to die, but not quite. They bring down 2 from Wings, and maybe going to be able to get a little bit more on top of it. They're going to find that Abaddon, take him down. Ana building back up the Bloodstone charges, and thankfully, Y at the very least will be able to escape. But that's OG getting something in return, at least for their tier 3 goals.
Oh yeah, OG got absolutely everything that they wanted out of that. They may have lost their tier 3 tower, but honestly, it's a big push squad from Wings. You're gonna give up some of these early objectives, but they have to make sure they get something in return. They've done that beautifully in split pushing, and now this time around, they did it in a much better sustained and team fight. But I love that Wings, they're going back in the team fight, but they're going back in.
Fly stole wards though, he's turning it against them, so wards hitting wards, the hook stomp onto 3. Can they take any more of this? Storm Spirit jumps in, he's on top of Ice, but the Global comes out. No answer for it as of yet. They're still going to try and right-click him down through this though, and now Shadow onto Jarex. He gets the stun off onto 3 before he falls. They're taking down Silencer as well. That's going to be 3 dead from Wings, and looking to try and take a couple more off the back of it. No tail with the double, now onto Phaeton. He does not have his ulti up. He's pulled back in the second, brought back down. Great display from OG, all started with that ward steal.
Yep, this is twice now that OG have done exactly the right thing to be able to deal with a 5-man push. They have rotated 4 heroes back, left the Storm Spirit split pushing, and then when the time was right, they pull the Storm Spirit for the team fight and they make the go. Again, Wings, I think they're so under pressure after losing that last team fight where Shadow got picked off and all they had is there, that they felt like they needed a 5-man down mid. And I think I agree with them. I think conceptually, you are on such a timer that you didn't need to make an aggressive play like that. Just go again, right? You have wards, you have a clip, just go again and try and make that team and take that lane of Rags, but they messed up in the small things. They messed up in the small and now they're going to lose it.
Yeah, this is from bad to worse. They found the Luna as well. Need to try and bring her down, but it looks like maybe a bit too far forward. No kill. Trying to get up close and personal. They actually turn the wards down again. X, there's the Stampede. This is an Aghanim Scepter Stampede. Just finished off. The Shrine is going to be no salvation for you, Luna. Dead again and dive into your fours at this point almost. They're going to be able to push down and probably secure themselves. Do they need to stick around for tier 3s? I don't think so.
They really don't, right? It's Roche. It's not worth the risk. I mean, I think in some ways it was worth the risk to go ahead and just try and take that tier 3 and open up the shrine, but they also have an opportunity to take Roshan here for free. Absolutely no contest is going to come from Wings for to make that rotation quickly. So I think they're just playing it very conservatively right now, respecting what Wings can possibly do if they get them the window. Right? If they didn't back up immediately and they finish off the tier 3 tower, there would have been a contest on Roshan. In fact, it looks like OG's not comfortable doing it right now because Luna's up in 5 seconds. So maybe the respect given actually kind of stumbles them to the last point where they just couldn't take Roshan fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the whole nothing ventured, nothing gained, but I guess also nothing ventured, nothing lost. Where
anticipate that happening, or at least if it does, I don't anticipate a really strong win condition being available to them. I don't know, looks like they're going to try for it here. See if OG will be outside.
Well, this is, again, wards drop down, Shadow Shaman is in a position to try and do something, but, well, they're already in on top of them. Faith Beyond, they're coming to contest Roshan. They're actually going to be able to steal it away from him. It looks like it still hasn't dropped. Shadow very low. He's going to end up falling here just a second. They've been able to pick it up. Shadow got the Aegis, but Ana still out of there for the moment. No kill. Trying to turn and get on top of everybody. The silence turned against them at this point. Rubik trying to get it. How did that happen? What? And now Abaddon also is going to end up falling. 3 are dead for Wings. And it looks like Shadow is going to fall as well. No tail able to survive. Oh my god. Jerax is going to end up dying here. Possibly going to be able to make it happen. They do take down 3. But that was a whole hell of a bunch of weird plays.
I mean, look how close that team fight was. It could have been. Like, there was too much that happened for me to say with, you know, utter certainty that
right now in ice. What? Okay, I mean, this reveals, I'm sure, that a lot of heroes in the area, but not sure if they're going to be able to make anything of it. They're able to wards trap for the moment. Global silence down as well, but they're not going to be able to contain Ana. And now Wings in a lot of trouble. They're on top of the Dazzle, going to be able to bring him low. There is an Eclipse. He ends up using the Grave on himself to save his own life, but it still might be enough here in the end. They're controlling and able to run down and kill off the Silencer. He is going to fall. Another one next. Magnetize the BKB pop. It's not going to do a damn thing. 5 are dead. 9-27. OG dominant in this one.
This is why OG, you know, I said it was like going into the Boston Major or something like that. OG is the best of it. And you can see why, right? They dealt with this threat. It's just kind of like the perfect the way they split push, the way they fought defensively. They let Wings come in set, make the mistake, and they have them. And they just, from there, once